Put it in it. Hi, welcome to another episode of The People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples. Introduce yourself.
My name is Mitchell Heffington.
Mitchell Heffington. Damn, that's a white. That's so
white as can be. Wait for it. Walter Mitchell Heffington.
Fuck!
Yeah.
You are you? I have so many questions. Do you come from privilege? Are you?
Yeah.
I want you to be so poor. I want you to have. I want you to have a gold EBT card. But do you know what an EBT card is?
No.
No. Did you see? Did you feel the waftiness? He's like, no.
That was pretty wild.
Did you?
I'm just being honest.
When you're poor, the government gives you money, and you could all use it for only cold food.
We're only cool.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I just want to explain poor shit to
She
him.
doesn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just a funny way to put it. Only cool.
Well, it's-
Really?
You know,
For only cold food?
It can't be
No.
canned food.
You can buy
cold
canned food. You can buy anything.
Not dog food. So you gotta deal with that on your own. And then yeah, no hot food. Nothing hot. You can't heat it up.
Nothing pre-made. Well, no hot
You
food.
can get pre-made
I guess.
stuff, but no hot food. You can't get like halal food or a sandwich, or you can't. It's
Did
just,
you know you were going to learn this?
No.
you're just gonna eat cold sandwiches
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, and you're gonna enjoy it, and then you're gonna be a fucking sanitation
Stuff
worker.
you can heat up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Introduce yourself before you.
Oh, I'm Nic Crespo.
the poor
Yes,
people's
I am.
guru.
I'm a comic. I do comic things. And today's my birthday. This is
Happy
my
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. It's Nikki's birthday.
No one watches this, so
Yeah,
I can just
Barack
tell myself
Obama
it's
watches
my
this.
birthday.
All right, watch your mouth.
I'm sorry.
And my friends watch this.
I'm also the greatest comic ever born in the Lower East Side. That's a fact.
You're still going with that?
I'm still going with that.
Okay, you got to get a show.
It's
You still
true
don't have a show.
because there's no one. I don't count Michael Che.
Okay,
I don't count.
we got to ask
Yeah, you
him
can
that.
skip over him.
I feel like
Your job is to get him on this podcast. Can you do that? You think you can do it?
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. Just reach out to him and say, yeah, I'm a chancellor for this podcast.
Michael Che as the chancellor of the People's Mic podcast, and the newly to be Wednesday Mic with Nick.
I'll go for the rest of the years for you to get him on the podcast.
I'm going to take your job,
What job?
and I'm going to write for SNL better than you.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna.
Wow. You don't want to make enemies before we
sorry.
even get them.
You're
What are you
right.
talking about?
Oh,
All right,
man, when I make
you're
it,
on
you'll
drugs.
find- I am
You're on
not
drugs.
on
The views of Nic Crespo do not affect the People's Mic. Where are you from?
I'm from Texas originally. So I grew up in Denton, Texas, which is outside of Dallas, and then lived in Austin for a few
It
years.
sounds like one of those towns from Friday Night Lights.
It's not.
Is it?
No. So football's a huge deal
In
everywhere.
Texas, absolutely.
And yeah, definitely in Denton. But no, Denton's more of a kind of a spread out artistic hub.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Really?
A little more developed than like Odessa or something like that. Yeah.
How'd you get into comedy?
I was originally working as a financial advisor.
Of course.
In Austin,
Of course. I
Yeah,
see it.
you would
That's
guess.
Nose, that sharp, edgy. Look, yeah, I wish you could see how sharp his nose is. I've been looking. It's like just
Side
perfectly.
profile.
Yeah, that thing is sharp.
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, so I was working as a financial advisor and did not like it.
Okay.
And so
What was that breaking point? What was the day you were like, "Fuck this"?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24.
Okay.
So yeah, I just did it a year and a half, 2 years. I wasn't really buried in it.
Did you quit or did you?
Yeah, I quit.
Nice.
So yeah, the breaking point was just walking past my boss's office and hearing him talk to someone on the phone and realizing I never want to have that conversation.
Wow. What'd he
Just
say?
doesn't
Do you remember
interest
the
me.
conversation?
No, he was just talking about some pretty arduous financial topics, and he was trying to put it in layman's terms, and I just thought I never want to do that.
Yeah, it broke
and
you.
yeah, so then I started venturing out and trying some new things, and that included stand-up. So I just did a mic at a coffee shop in Austin, and didn't really do well, but I enjoyed it, and
absolutely.
did it a few more times and kind of fell for it.
Nice.
And then you moved here to pursue comedy.
Yeah, so
Did you move here for comedy?
I did, yeah. So speeding up a little bit, I did that for about 6 months in Austin, and just decided, why not? I'm going to do it. I've saved up some money.
Yeah.
I'll
New
move
York
up to
is
New
like
York.
the Hollywood of comedy. It's like,
Is it? No, New York
Yeah.
is the New York of comedy.
no, everyone goes to Hollywood to be like a movie star, and then so many comics just move from like San Francisco or wherever just here for comedy.
New York is the farm.
The farm.
Yeah. And LA is the
I
store.
didn't mean to interrupt you, but the farm.
Yeah. This is where you come to get better, to farm it, to produce your talent. And in LA is where you go to sell it.
Maybe that's why people get wrong. They go to LA for their
No,
dreams.
and they go to LA before they're ready. I feel. I don't know. I could be fucking wrong. But as what I see.
Aren't you like
from people-
63?
Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your mouth. I am probably one of the who this fit comics, but I know I'm going to outlive you. There's no way you're going to outlive me.
We'll say, I'm going to be Forrest Gump, and you're going to be Bubba.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. What's going on in your life right now?
Not much.
No?
I moved here 2 months ago, so it's
Still fresh?
super fresh. Yeah, finally kind of
Hi,
settled
make
in.
some room for Willie.
Yeah.
Make some room. Get yourself ready. Keep talking. Sorry about that.
So finally kind of settled in and just doing as many mics as I can. Considering getting a
Just
job
getting
sometime soon.
Yo, don't go back to getting a job.
Not like I'm not going back to
Okay.
finance. It'd just be something to try to replenish the bank account as I watch it dwindle.
You went to school? So you went to
Yeah.
school for finance?
For finance, yeah.
Oh, shit. We called those the masters of the universe. Those guys that just sat and crunched numbers and were like, yeah, I'm going to be super rich. And then,
That's the thing. I never did it to be rich.
yeah.
It just,
What'd you do?
I just did it. I don't know. Yeah, both my parents worked in the finance industry, and I was just good enough at it.
Way
that I
too
thought,
much
might as well.
privilege at this table right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've covered that.
Do you know each other? Yeah.
No, we don't.
No.
But you can tell. Mitchell.
You can tell. I know. He said- I like it. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Introduce yourself. They know
Hi.
you. Sliding. Let's see if we can slide this way. Don't fall off the stage. Mike, what's up? I think we got a space for you. We'll make room. You got a little corner in my hip, or you can just talk it up. Hi, huh? Yeah. It's the podcast before the mic.
Oh, sorry.
You want to stick your face in the camera? Introduce yourself. One of our amazing bartenders.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, just hanging out. Come, drop your stuff off, Mike. How's your day going?
All right.
Willie?
Oh, it's going good.
What you doing? Anything?
I had a doctor's appointment.
Let's just get cut to the fucking chase.
Yeah, what's up?
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Since we grab a chair.
Chair.
And don't touch me.
sure.
I'm just kidding.
What has been a
Yeah,
week
actually,
since?
that's okay. Huh?
What happened a week ago?
When was the last time you were on here? 2 weeks?
It may have been sometime in the last
I'm so mad that it didn't even record. That one we did.
the one with the last day of
Yeah,
May?
that was dropping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't record because I don't want to promote that place.
Yeah.
But
Oh, really? You're done with it?
yeah, I'm done with
Okay,
it.
word.
I'm done with it. But
I'm glad.
have you been working out?
I did
What did you
yesterday.
do?
I've been restarted my physical therapy. Got
Okay.
on an exercise bike.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, so we're in a year from now. Jimmy and I are going to shoot a little firefighter calendar of me.
Yes,
once I'm
the
all
goal.
in shape.
The
And,
goal. He hasn't seen me yet. He hasn't gotten
No,
in with
no,
me
no.
yet.
I
So,
want, I love your little spiel. You were like, "Oh, when I see a fat person with no injuries, I'm just like, oh, what can I mold you into?"
it's so it's not in a perverted way. It's like I can do so much. I know what I can do with that. It's I don't mean to point at you, but just because they don't know. I feel like. Am I wrong?
What are we talking about?
How overweight people. I keep pointing at you. How overweight people turn personal trainers on.
They do because they see so much potential.
Yes,
Yeah, that's why.
Yes, and the
They
potential
love-
that you don't see, like people who
they
don't
love
work out.
transforming you,
People
yeah.
who don't work out are like, oh, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know how to do it, and I'm like, oh,
It's a
I'm just
win-win
drooling.
situation.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can make you.
This is why he goes for fat girls.
Yeah.
He goes, I could see that and turn that into a dime piece. It's just
Yeah.
like, you just look at it like
I
a
love the
Yeah.
dating apps with the girls with the neck ups.
Yeah.
and then you swipe the next one, and then they're like big girls.
They're always holding
and
on to
then
their
they
stomachs,
find out
taking
I'm a
pictures
trainer,
up here.
and then
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you're a trainer. Can you train me?"
me.
And I'm like, "Oh, Can I?
That should be an app.
Yeah.
That should be an app for trainers and fat people just to swipe right at each other.
I wish there's like two. They're not apps. There's two websites. They should get on it. Your trainer.
Yeah.
And,
It's
there's another
like
one.
Gym Buddies or something like that, right?
Gym Buddies is whack though. Gym Buddies is like
That's real.
Gym. It was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was corny. But I've been doing well on
You know who
Bumble
lost a
and
lot of weight,
Hinge.
man? Kevin Smith lost a lot of weight.
Who's Kevin Smith?
Right? He made like
Yeah,
Dogma,
exactly.
Clerks.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
Silent Bob.
yeah,
He
did.
had to,
He is
otherwise he
yeah.
was going to die. He had a
Yeah.
heart attack. He
He had
just
like a-
went on an all-vegan diet or something, and now
I,
he looks
I wish I could
super
train Artie Lang.
Yeah.
Every time I see
take the heroin.
every time I see Artie Lang, I'm like, oh, he's finished. He's and he is like on the pedestal of I would train the fuck out of him. like there's certain people there's like totems of like I wish I could train T.J. Miller. I wish I could train
He's fucked.
who
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller's
Did you
fucked.
hear he got federally arrested for making a bomb threat?
He
He called in a fake bomb threat on a train that he was on.
that's PR.
He'll be back.
That was PR
He'll be
for
back.
fucking.
I
That was
mean,
PR for
The judge is
Deadpool.
going to look at him like,
That was
okay, he was
Deadpool
making
PR.
a joke.
You
that
think
just
it was all
bombed.
bit?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I hope.
He'll be back.
Absolutely. You haven't heard
Doesn't look
anything?
good.
Deadpool came and went. It's over. They haven't talked about it.
It wasn't to promote Deadpool, though.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. It came out. If anything happens the week before a movie comes out, it's promotion.
That's fair.
Right?
I saw
And they
the,
don't talk about it?
The Incredibles too.
I did see that. I
saw
did
it
see
too?
it. I fell asleep twice. It was
Wow,
good.
piece
It
of
was
shit.
good. It was good.
What movie?
The Incredibles 2.
Oh, that was great. Hey,
Yeah.
chill, man.
Did you see
The
it?
Incredibles 2.
Good.
Listen,
Shit. It's
Fucking up the audio.
14 years in the
Alright.
I
making.
loved it.
You saw
It
it?
was excellent.
It was alright.
Yeah.
You saw
You
it?
didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you?
I saw it like 2 days ago. I
Oh, wow.
enjoyed it.
I thought it was
Am
great.
I alone?
Just
I
as good as
haven't seen
the
it.
first
I'm
one.
sure it's good. No spoilers.
I thought like no one saw it. I was like, oh.
I didn't see it. I see
definitely saw
the end because I always leave before the movie theater lets out. So when I think it's over, I just leave.
Wow.
Like a
Oh, so there's
baseball
a scene
game?
after the credits?
No, there's no
Nah,
scene.
they don't do that. I don't think
Okay.
they do
You're like
that.
my dad at a Mets game. It's
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
dude,
let's
he's
go.
like,
That's where I learned it from. We gotta go. We're gonna beat all these fucking shitty people out. And, I don't want to be in the bathroom with 50 dudes.
Yeah.
I get the
Sorry to interrupt.
Good.
What did you say?
huh?
I said sorry to interrupt.
No, I don't want to be in the bathroom with 50 dudes and
word.
everybody's blowing the air and shitting and farting all over the.
Did you go to the movies to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a bootleg copy.
No.
It was in English, but like all like the visual titles were in Spanish.
I do $5 Tuesdays.
So all the newspapers and all like the TV stuff was in Spanish, and I had like kind of no clue. But you could see it coming from a mile away. That movie was like so obvious. It was sad.
Don't tell me.
The whole movie.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah, I mean,
five-
Don't spoil it for the viewers.
they spent 14 years doing it. It was going to be a hack movie.
You know, speaking of your
the
beloved
artwork
movie
is
pass, AMC is making a discounted pass now to kind of rival that.
AMC.
AMC.
I don't do movie, but I do AMC.
You said you
You're
did
a
movie
Snubs
pass.
boy?
No, I do AMC.
Oh.
I
I am a Stubbs member.
Here's what I do. I'm a
Yeah.
Stubbs member, but I got my rewards, so I rack up my rewards so that when I go on Tuesday, it's free.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Oh.
you should go to Jamaica.
What?
Jamaica Multiplex.
Oh,
Oh, I was like
the
Jamaica.
country.
Island.
We were. Do you know? What,
Queens.
you know?
Oh, wait,
EBT
you don't hang
Do you know what EBT is?
The EBT card? Yeah, I know what it is.
I was just peeking back here to see if Patty was here.
No,
Okay.
she hates us. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we were.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course you do.
yeah. See, that's how we decide what levels of privilege you are. Because
Yeah.
he didn't know.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like, "What is that?" And then Nick explained it to him.
Yeah,
and
man.
he was like, "Whoa!"
I have a giant box of cereal and Cheez-Its just for survival right now, and Vienna sausages just piled up on tops of cans of corn.
I try to prep on it. Do you, do you do that? Try to buy shit that you can save?
No,
Like Doomsday
I
Prep?
buy as much
Doomsday
meat
Prep
as
for
I
my-
possibly can.
The Doomsday Prep was a gun with one bullet.
Yeah, it was like.
My friend
Okay.
from high school had that too. I went
Yeah.
down into his family's basement, and he's like, "We have all these canned goods just in case the apocalypse hits." in the year 2000.
I tried.
Fucking happened.
I tried to do
The
that.
Y2K goes, it never fucking happens.
And then I
For
wind
people,
up
the
eating
apocalypse
everything.
hits every
Like-
2 weeks when there's no money and all you have is canned food.
Well, this was when the Y2K bug was. I don't know how old some of you guys are. But
My dad bought into
when the-
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
year 2000, thought everything was just going to reset. Like all the computers, everything
Yeah.
was just going to reset.
I remember
So
that.
everyone this fucking kid got like
We
canned
should
goods,
stop this
fucking
podcast right now
tons
and
of
start
water,
playing D&D.
and he just like totally said, "Oh, this is what's going to happen." It never happened. Rubbed it all in his face.
Really?
Yeah, I was just
Did
like,
you hear what he said?
No, what?
Because you
comics are selfish. They don't listen to anybody. They listen
Comics?
to each other's
Sorry.
voices.
I fell into myself.
What do you struggle with comedy? He's a young comic.
Yeah,
How young?
still
And
fresh.
how young?
These guys are all
less than a
terrible.
year.
No, but how?
20,
Oh, yeah.
24 years old.
Okay, well,
Less than a year in comedy. I struggle most with finding my voice. And I know that's a really broad and ambiguous concept, but feeling like at times I'm not telling jokes like I do in real life. This isn't my sense of humor, so just trying to navigate like different.
Who's your favorite comic?
Favorite comic is John Mulaney.
Is that who you write to?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find when you see a comic, you can tell who his favorite comic is by who he sounds like? Do you see that a lot?
I think you can't always see it, but I
Yeah.
think that there's always, when you go to open mics, there's like the comic of the year that everyone's kind of sounding like. Like when I very first started, it was Louis C.K. and everyone was doing Louis C.K. cadences. And there's a lot of people that really like John Mulaney, so you hear a lot of like Mulaney cadences. Where it's like, oh, and it was fantastic, like that kind of stuff.
Do you do that?
No.
Do you-
Good.
Good.
You tell a lot of childhood stories. He does that a lot.
Not many from my childhood, but last like 5 years definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Who do you?
I like Burr.
Okay.
Burr's my favorite.
I can see that.
He just
Is that who
give
you
a
write
fuck.
to?
I don't write to him. I just write for myself. Man.
Do you guys write to comedy like rappers write to music?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
See, when you say right to, I
What?
don't.
He listens.
You know,
Like he
like
listens.
I
to
listen, like I'll listen to and feel the energy, like feel the energy of the laughter,
yes.
and then write to their
And
laughter.
then we'll just soak up all their jokes and retell them on stage.
Yeah. I only did that once just to see. I did that with a George
guilty of that.
Lopez joke.
I've been guilty of that. I was like, wait a
I
minute.
was-
Where have I heard
but
this
I did it
before?
as a
I was
bit
like,
Yeah.
to see if it was as funny,
don't
and
like to say that.
they laughed. But
Yeah.
I was like, it didn't seem funny. It
I write to
didn't feel
music.
funny.
I write to music.
You know?
I usually don't listen to anything when I write.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good.
Yeah, you don't.
They say with like drawing and like creative stuff, if
Yeah.
you listen to like funny sounds, it promotes
Like sound
the
effects.
energy. Yeah, like if you
Wait,
like cartoonists will make sounds as they draw. Like as they draw, they're like
Oh,
that
makes sense.
and then it forces the creativity.
Damn, I have a
It's
whole,
weird, but
Swing schwang.
I have this whole CD of like sound effects.
Yeah.
Like Hanna-Barbera.
I
Like,
would do it. I would draw. You gotta try it. Yeah, try it. It's funny. You watching movies?
Yeah, I do. Not as much.
Sometimes we reach on this podcast. All right, when they don't help me and they
We've
just
peaked.
sit back.
We've peaked. So when you watch movies, you watch movies.
Are you
man.
Well, yeah.
movies you watching, bro?
Well, most recently I saw Incredibles.
Well, what did
2.
you think about it? Was it good? Did you
I
like
enjoyed it. Yeah.
You didn't think it was bad in any way?
I thought it was good. I
thought it was all
It got
right.
boring the times that I fell asleep, but it has
Yeah.
that like 70s like flow.
Yeah,
where it gets slow and then it picks back. Like the action is like.
I
all in
heard
your
someone
face.
say that like that Syndrome should have been like the villain for the second movie and then the first movie because it would have like tied the first movie more or something.
I
It was
don't
good.
care.
It was good.
I
Yeah.
still enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
As someone that didn't
was
see
okay.
it, but I've seen like previews and stuff. It's really cool how they've like matched the visuals, like because the CGI that we have now is like way
Yeah, it
better
still
than like
matches up.
2003.
Still holds up.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like they kind of nerfed what Pixar's able to do now to make it look like the old one. So I think it's pretty impressive.
It does. Yeah, it looks like the old one,
Yeah.
and it's still great art. And
Like it's weird how the old one doesn't
the
age.
it didn't age.
14 years.
I think that
haven't-
Pixar they're onto something where like they don't try super hard to make it look. They don't like push the technology to the very. Like if you watch like CGI from like 2001, like 2001 Godzilla or whatever, Godzilla 2000, it looks like trash because they're trying to make it look as good as possible. But I think there's something like Toy Story because it's very much a cartoon compared to like the Polar Express where they're trying to look photorealistic and it looks like shit. Or you watch like cutscenes from video games from 10 years ago, it looks terrible. But when you watch like animation where it's like it's timeless, the same way that like I don't know, Lady and the Tramp is still going to look good because they're not trying all this like fun crazy.
They're already making a live action version of that.
Of Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
How?
Yeah, they're making a lot. They made a live action Winnie the Pooh.
They made a live action.
Terrible. It looks scary. I was like, if I saw those, I was like, that's creepy as fuck.
All of them. They all look like
You got to go see that high. They're making
It's only because Ted did well. That's why they said, let's get another bear.
They're making the Lion King live action.
That might be good.
Mowgli.
It's all black
Stupid.
text, so of course.
The Jungle Book live action.
That's the darker version
is
of
the
Jungle Book.
stupidest thing I've ever. You know what? That trailer is so stupid. It made me realize that there are no fucking bears in India. Like, what? How does that even make sense?
Are there no bears in India?
There's no bears in India.
Really?
Why is there a bear in the Jungle Book? Stupid.
There's
That's how
not one
stupid
bear.
that movie is.
There's not
It makes
one
it
bear
even
in the
stupider.
Jungle
There's
Book.
got to
The
be
question
one bear.
is there?
No.
This might show my ignorance. Is
no
there
bears.
jungles in India?
Yeah, there's jungles, not bear jungles.
No bears though.
No bears?
No bears. That's
debunk that right now.
It's kind of a
In
minor
India?
thing to get caught up on. Just buy in.
exactly. It's so
happen.
minor.
Just let it happen.
But that means that the trailer was so bad, it made me realize all the stupid minor faults of a otherwise pretty okay story.
I'd say that you were wrong. There are bears in India.
Nah, I got them.
It's not true.
In
The
all of
Himalayan
India?
black bear, the brown bear, and the sloth bear are all the northern hemisphere.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Told you.
Yeah, but
We'll walk away
that's not.
smarter.
Told you.
When you make a broad statement
Yo,
like
yeah.
that, we have to debunk it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I love you're the podcast fact checker.
I have to be.
Thank
I,
you. Good
I
job.
have something like that where you know that.
I feel so defeated.
sorry.
Right,
Do your research.
Sorry,
You know the
I gotta-
broad
research,
statements,
baby.
There's no Asians in India.
Right.
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Hi.
You know the Da Vinci
you want to sit
Code?
on Willie's lap and do the podcast?
You know the Da Vinci Code where it's like, oh, if you look at the Last Supper and then Jesus's angle relative
Come
to
in.
Judas tells you that he had his kid or something. There's the fucking biggest flaw with the actual painting of the Last Supper because what's on the table? Bread. Last Supper is supposed to be a goddamn Seder, Passover. You're not supposed to be eating bread. So Da Vinci didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, so he doesn't have a code.
You sound like such a Jew.
I am such a Jew.
Like such a
Unapologetically.
Here's my ignorance. What's a Seder?
What does it say? Well, I don't know.
Is it fish?
I'm about to ask. No, it's
Yeah,
well, there's
I
gefilte
that
fish
is
as part of it.
Is
Ah,
It's just like it's
so
the
gross.
it's the ceremony. I love that you've worked at like a bagel store, so you just like have opinions on all the Jewish food.
Is there good Jewish food? Is there
It's like
food that's
aloe
like
pellets. Like the fuck.
you're not Jewish, are you, Billy? No.
God. Anyway, it's like a big meal you have once or twice a year during Passover when you celebrate the Jews being not slaves anymore in Egypt. Yeah, it's an emancipation story.
Bread just looks better though.
Jews don't get over anything. Oh,
No?
it was like a slave.
Is that
in
why he did it?
Egypt. That was-
They don't get over it.
Like, we didn't even have trains back then. Like, relax. Like,
Well, Christians are the ones that are still whining about the guy that got nailed to the boards by the Italian people and blaming it on the Jews.
we don't even know if that's real.
We're pretty sure Jesus was a guy. Like, he was a real person.
He always finds a way to take the podcast to the Jews. Like no matter
To
where
religion.
we go, it always ends up defending the Jews.
You know,
I think that's why you come on. he was like, I have every time.
it's funny because they're like always the ones. Why? How? It's hilarious. They're just like this cultural anomaly.
Always the ones.
I had
It's
a
always
bit.
like this from
where I
ancient
leave the
Egypt
podcast.
to
I had
now.
a bit. What'd you say?
This is where I leave the podcast.
Sit the
you guys
fuck
can
down.
talk all you want
Sit
about
the hell
Jews.
down. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about the Asians in a minute. Let you defend them.
Past 3 o'clock.
Who's defending anyone?
Every time we mention somebody's plight, I feel like a Jewish friend pops up to defend why the Jews had it harder.
No. I mean, that can
Like, I-
happen for sure, but it's like...
Like I was telling a friend that I used to work at the library at Temple and Temple University.
Yeah.
and they used to have books made out of slave skin. on display. And then a friend of mine was like, "Hey, did you know that during the Holocaust they used to cut off Jews' legs and make lamps out of them?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? That's Christmas Story. That's
That lamp.
all that is." It was like, "That's not real."
I love that.
Got it? Thank
Well,
you.
because the problem is, it shouldn't be like, oh, is this worse? Who has it worse? It should be like, oh, these are actually very similar plights, and how like the Nazis were actually really big on slavery, and Americans don't talk about that a lot. Like they worked worked millions of people to death in labor camps, and they had execution camps, but they also had these labor camps.
Yeah.
And there's a reason that like neo-Nazis and the Klan get along so well. It's because both have a racial hierarchy that like involves enslaving the lower castes.
You
So-
always do this.
Yeah, dog.
Make it-
It's important.
And I think about this every time.
But the Holocaust was only 6 years, right?
Listen,
Six
we're not
years.
debating what was worse. They're both bad. All genocide is bad.
It's all bad.
It's all terrible
It's
shit.
all bad.
Yeah, but you can get some great material, man.
For what? The Holocaust?
For all of it.
But was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it.
For the bits?
It's always
For the
worth
bits.
it.
It's always worth it
It's
for the
always
bits,
worth it.
baby.
If a bit comes out of
That's right.
it, it's always worth it. This is where we shit on you for being a new comic. Where can they find you online?
I have a YouTube channel that I don't really update.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Good job. You got it. You're a YouTuber.
The last two YouTubers.
I got a YouTube channel. This is on YouTube right
I know,
now.
that's why
You
you're
asshole. Where can they find you online?
Facebook.
But talk to them.
You can find me on Facebook. Just search Mitchell Heffington. YouTube.
How white is that name,
Mitchell
Billy?
Heffington.
Is that name whiter than yours?
It's Chris.
William Princell?
William Arthur Princell.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Walter Mitchell Heffington.
Got him.
I see you in race.
Do you like to out-white other white guys?
Yeah, it's kind of like this discussion.
Yeah.
Like the Holocaust.
Like you
maybe
just like-
slavery.
Like
I'm
to
just
go
like,
to strip clubs at 12 at noon and like buy women.
no,
Just buy women.
That's
I don't like that.
what those.
Mike, where can they find you? Website?
No website.
No website. I'm going to have you on in a month. You have a website? Can you get a website?
I'll work on it.
Yes.
You can find me on Facebook, Michael Walter Lee. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut the
Michael Lee. Just pick one. Maybe it'll be me.
website? You start your website?
Now, what you ask this every time I come on
That's,
this
that's what
podcast.
this is for.
I'm working on it.
Something has to come out of this.
Just like I'm working on my act.
I'm Willie Zabar. WillieZabar.com. Facebook, Jaime Wilhelm. WILHLTEL.
YouTube? Your YouTube
I'm
channel?
on YouTube. I like one or two videos, but it's not my main. I'd say Facebook, Jaime Wilhelm is the best way to find my shit.
Good job.
Follow me on Instagram at Nickhead. Like Dickhead, but it's Nickhead. Because my name is Nick. And I need some D&D tabletop friends. You know,
Nobody's
nobody.
doing that.
Okay.
Nobody, stop promoting that because you're high.
I just want some friends.
And thank you for watching. My name on my birth certificate is actually Mr. Mister James Edward Peoples III. Does that outwhite you?
Kind of.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you can add a number on the end.
Yeah, I have a number. I got you. Yeah. And thank you for being forced to be an audience. She tried to hide. I was like, no. You can find this on wherever you can find podcasts. What are we doing? We're starting Wednesday now.
We're doing
next
podcasts,
week. I'm doing
Wednesdays.
2 a day just to get rid of all the backlog, so we can get back on track. So you can find.
You're
it.
releasing to it.
I'm releasing 2 a day, so to get rid of everything. So it'd be up at 1:30 and 7, and then you can find
I was going to ask, is it here Wednesday?
every day, Monday to Friday at 2:15. Then the open mic is at 3:00, and then we'll go live on YouTube, and then you can find this on wherever you can find podcasts, on iTunes, all of that, and JimmyPeoples.com. Cool. Thank you for hanging out.
I appreciate it.
And you're more than welcome. You want to clap? Yeah, clap. Thank you, guys. See you soon.